Oh, yeah. What do you know? Welcome, everyone, back to another episode of All Gas, No Trash. I'm the sidekick. My name's Josh.
Ironically, you're the one opening the episode.
Well, really, it's not ironic. It just shows that you are a literal slave driver, and you're like sidekick, minion. Yeah. Open the show.
Open the show.
Minion, do the plugs.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. So, dude, we got fucking heaps to talk about for. I mean, this is episode 1 of possibly five.
No, not possibly. Of guaranteed five new episodes that you're going to get at the same goddamn time.
Yeah, it's going to be a gauntlet of fucking episodes. But this one...
Yeah, this one's...
is going to be about a concert that I went to recently that we'll talk about and divulge into, or rather, delve into. But before we do that...
If you want to follow all of our stuff and see everything that we do, you can go to YouTube and follow us at Game Rage Magazine on YouTube and find all the other podcasts that are available for your listening pleasure. If you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on Instagram at Game Rage Magazine, on TikTok at Game Rage Magazine as well. Also on Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Adam, you can follow him, and you can follow this show at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram, who has blocked the Game Rage Magazine account so that I couldn't see what he was posting.
It's for the sake of not influencing each other when we did these album reviews. So
yeah, because he wanted to post shit on, and that's why you should follow All Gas No Trash Official, because you will get a lot of the times the previews of the album stuff before it comes on Game Rage. So,
that's true.
That's why you should follow there.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you like anime and mangas, you can go follow Frank at anime _ syndicate. What?
From the Japan?
Yeah, from the Japans at anime _ syndicate _ podcast, and go check out the Anime Syndicate podcast. All right, let's get into it. You went to a show. Yeah. Before we do that,
I just found an interesting statistic for Game Rage Magazine.
Oh, what's that?
You're 13% more likely to find the sock that you lost in the dryer, or maybe the fucking gnomes took it, I don't know. But you're 13% more likely to find that goddamn sock.
If you listen to Game Rage Magazine. Oh, I was talking to a guy yesterday, and he told me that since he started listening to Game Rage Magazine, that his eczema cleared up like nobody's business. Could have also been the weather, but I mean, he said it himself. I didn't say it. He said he attributed it to listening to Game Rage Magazine. So just a tidbit for you there, in case you're interested. In case you have eczema.
If you just needed more reason to listen to Game Rage Magazine.
That's true. We gave it to you.
Well, we just gave you 2 reasons.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
All right. So the concert.
All right.
Who did we fucking see? Well, actually, who did I see? Who did I see? And I don't know what you had going on Friday, but I was thinking about buying 2 tickets just in case to send you the invite.
Man, I probably could have went, but then I just wouldn't have been able to listen, because I had cleared Friday so I could do the 3 album reviews, or listen to the 3 albums that we have coming out for the album reviews. So I mean, I just would have had to have pushed that off, but I didn't. I cleared it, so I didn't have anything going on. But I mean, maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time. I gotta say, man, this is something of a weird coincidence, considering this month is when we started posting shit. Mm-hmm. And I think the first episode that we posted of All Gas No Trash was me theorizing about the Australian music scene, and more specifically the punk movement that is happening down there.
Yeah, no, that was the first episode we ever did, yeah.
Yeah, and now thinking about it, it actually has happened. It's actually come to fruition. A lot of the bands that we've talked about in the course of the last year are now here. Like, I actually don't know if this was GT's first band on the West Coast, first show on the West Coast here in California. I really don't know, but I'm actually speculating it is, because they've mainly stuck to like east of the Mississippi River. But the band, Split System, another band that we recently talked about in like the last 9 months probably. I don't know where it is in the episode count, but Split System, some band that Henry Rollins has played and has stolen from this DJ from Double R in Australia. What's her name? Anasaurus Rex. I'm keen to all this shit, dude. We were already talking about it in September. Man.
Oh shit, man! Yeah, September of last year.
So we beat Henry Rollins.
We beat that motherfucker.
We've already gotten ahead of this shit from DJs here in the U.S.
You know what I actually heard? I heard that Henry Rollins heard us talking about it, and he was like, "You know what? Those fucking amateur hours over there, I need to get on this before they're right." And
I heard that rumor is true because we said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and these guys are actually going to be playing together. Rock Music Fan Club, which is like one of their bands that they get along with or in their music scene. They played at the Zebulon, and I thought GT and Rock Music Fan Club or RMFC were going to be playing together, but they split them up. One venue for one band and the other was at the Paramount, which was GT. And I'm like, fuck, man, I wish I would have saw both of them. But I wasn't going to go to both shows. I just wanted to see GT. But in either case, the bands that we've talked about in the course of a year, they're here. It's like the Australian invasion, dude. And it's how poetic is it that it happened on something of our 1 year anniversary? Like, is it fucking wild, dude?
It means that we are on the right fucking track. That's what it means. I mean, it means that people should listen to us.
Yeah.
Because we're ahead. Well, I mean, you're ahead of the curve. I just ride the coattails. But, you know, all gas, no trash is far ahead of the curve on most things.
Yeah. And the next wave, the next thing that has to come is like, well, aside from the fact that Gut Health has their debut album coming out in October, I don't know when that is, but in any case, this is the next band in line that has to come here. They're playing. They played with Queens of the Stone Age.
Oh.
And
in Australia?
Yeah, in Australia, and then they're playing with Hiatus Coyote.
Oh yeah.
So it's
is that here? Is that going to be here?
No, it's going to be in Australia.
Motherfuckers.
But point being that they've started to. This is how you know it was a band's getting a little bit of hype when you play with bands like Queens of the Stone Age and Hiatus Coyote. It's kind of in preparation for them to possibly start working their way overseas. They played Europe, but they haven't hit fucking the US. So
all right, I'm telling you right now, whenever Gut Health comes here, you need to get 2 tickets and I need to go with you. All right,
yeah.
That's a fact. You let me know, I will fucking make that day open.
Yeah. So GT themselves played at the Paramount. I actually didn't know what to expect in terms of the crowd because not to throw shade at them, but their audience is not terribly large on social media. I mean, 15 or 20. I think they might have probably closer. I'll look it up. I'll look it up in the meantime. But they're not 100,000 followers like Ginger Root.
Yeah. They're not fucking super wildly popular.
16,000.
Okay, that's a good number.
Closer to 17,000. Respectable 17,000, right? But certainly not Ginger Root or Dua Lipa or anything like that. Yeah. But I didn't really know what to expect in terms of crowd. I left probably around 7 o'clock and arrived 15 minutes before the show. But I already started to see the line wrapping around the building. I'm like, ah, shit, better fucking get in line. So I get in line. Work my way towards the venue, and the first band that played was this group called Ingrates, and they were also from Australia. I wasn't really too keen on them. I was actually kind of bored from their set, but I thought it was cool that at least there was another band from Australia out here, and maybe that was one of the bands that hitched along to this tour. And surprisingly, there was quite a few Australians like in attendance because I was hearing them converse, and they weren't part of the band, so it's like, oh, they must live here or something.
Did anybody call you a cunt in the time you were there?
No, but I was like, I hope somebody talks to me. I hope I talk to somebody at the fucking the show that's Australian, so I can say sucked in, fucking idiot.
Oh yeah,
sucked in, or talk about drinking Victoria long necks at 8 a.m. or 8:45. There's like a meme or something, Right. And then there was this band from Los Angeles. I don't really know how I felt about them in the moment, but they seemed exuberant. They were kind of on the younger side. Well, at least the vocalist was. They were called Diode, and I'm not sure if that has to do with physics, like a diode, is it like a resistor? Like electricity, like a circuit?
Yeah, because it's a light LED is a light emitting diode.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. It could be a geological term too. I think there's a geological version of that. I don't know. I have to Google it.
The band was all right. I wasn't really too. I don't know where I was with them, but just from the get-go of the show, man, there was people filing through, and I think probably even before the first band played, the place was already fucking packed. So it's like, damn, this is the kind of crowd GT's bringing. They're not even from here. And it's on a Friday night when there's probably just as many shows at the Hollywood Bowl or pretty much any venue. And then apparently there was this fight between some of the members of Jane's Addiction. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, the lead singer and that guy Dave Navarro. No, I mean it was at some concert.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, but the guy was like, "Take off your shirt." I think he said, "Take off your shirt," and then he was like ready to fight him, and then they canceled the concert.
Wow!
Imagine going to that concert and paying like $300 to go see Jane's Addiction, and then them not even playing the rest of the set.
They were fighting.
Yeah, because
I'd be like, "Fuck that! Let them fight on stage in front of everybody."
Yeah, I mean, fuck. Let them resolve it on stage, and then
let's do the show. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the dude was kind of he was on something. So, anyways, getting back to the GT, man. What I will compliment on this band, implying that I'm not gonna stroke their nuts, but dude, this band, they're like the consummate professionals. They didn't fuck around. They were the avatar of like efficiency and excellency. I think their prompted time for when they were supposed to play was 10:30. And I know the Paramount has like this noise ordinance because it is neighboring a bunch of houses, and they got to finish by 12 o'clock. So I was like, okay, they got to hop on stage at 10:30, finish probably around 11:30 to have everybody out. So they hop on at 10:30. Didn't even say, much. They didn't say we're GT, we're from Australia. They're like, hey, nice to see you, fellas. Like, and then boom, they got right to the music. And then what's his name? Kel Mason, who's like the lead vocalist or whatever, started doing his weird dances and everything. Crowd was, they were quite rambunctious. The security guards, there was like this perimeter that was set up along the stage to allow people that were photographers or videographers to at least have like something of like a barrier of protection to make sure that they weren't going to be pushed up against the stage, because that's what it ended up happening. Like that barrier, that little what do they call it? Like the little tape things that create like a little rail. Like the guardrails.
Yeah, they're like the it's like they roll up, right? Like
they roll
zip up or whatever. Yeah.
So that completely disintegrated once the music started playing and everybody was like pushing towards the crowd.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, I mean, I actually don't know how many songs they played because of how fast they played. Very, very much like the Ramones, man. You could probably get 100 songs in like 30 minutes. Didn't bother like taking any resting moments to let them catch their breath. They kind of hit all the songs that they had in their catalog, one after the other, and just the personification of efficiency, man. They didn't pander and say, hey, we have a fucking stage or we have a booth set up on this side of the venue or anything like that. You don't have to, they didn't tell anybody or do a call to action to go buy our shit. It was fucking awesome, dude. Like,
what's ironic?
What?
In 2024, being like punk or whatever, being punk rock, to be like a rebel, this efficiency, this is like rebellious.
Why do you say
efficiency? Because everyone fucking fiddle fucks around. They either don't show up or they fucking cancel the show at the last minute or they don't come on. None of these fucking shows start on time. None of this shit ever happens. To be a rebel in this modern age of music, you have to be so efficient and you have to be like super, to be the quote unquote consummate professional is now rebellious against the system, right? Because I feel like that's funny. I feel like it's hilarious.
Dude, the best part was, how artists do that bullshit where they'll walk off stage and they're like, oh yeah, we're done guys, see you later.
Yeah.
And then they wait for the the crowd
come back,
to get
yeah.
the crowd to be fervent or like a fever pitch level for them to come back, like losing their shit. They didn't do that. They took about like 15 seconds, got right back and played 2 additional songs, and then
bounced.
Yeah, they bounced. But the thing that kind of shocked me about GT is Kel Mason. I have never seen his face. He's never shown his face on anything, like pictures, video. So I know we're kind of blasting through, the entire event, but Kel Mason at the end of the set goes off stage. He walks down the ramp or the staircase. He goes his own way to the bar, and he pulls off his pink mask, the Mortal Kombat mask. Like I saw his fucking face, dude.
Oh shit! Did you turn to stone?
Huh?
Did you turn to stone?
No. But
did you become immediately erect and rock hard?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
right.
That's exactly what happened. No, but unfortunately that happened, and it's not because he's ugly or anything like that, or even for the fact that he's beautiful or anything like that, but it was just there's an allure or mystique about GT, and part of it was kind of centered around this mask, this I don't know if it's like a motocross mask that he has, but he's worn that, and this is the band that I've been following since 2020, so I've never actually known what he's looked like or anything like that. So for him to walk off stage and have this question mark on his face, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the dude looks like. Pulled it off, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why did you do that? Why couldn't you just... And now that I think about it, before the concert had even started, there was these people that were hanging around, because the Paramount it occupies like the second floor of the building, right? And then the first floor is the pizza restaurant that's also part of like the Paramount.
Oh, okay.
So there's like this street side seating area, and it turns out like some of as I came to realize, like when this band was playing, the first band, the Ingrates, like they were kind of lingering around the cafe or like outdoor seating area, and I think Kel Mason and some of the other band members were like hanging around, not knowing that was the motherfucker, because I saw his attire.
Yeah,
I'm like that. I think that's fucking him. After the concert. So I didn't even know I was looking at fucking Kel Mason until the end of the set or whatever. But I gotta say, man, GT, they had a killer set. They played all the hits. They played Dudes in the Alley, which is like one of my favorite songs, and I Hate Driving in the City. People lost it for that song. Combat in the Kitchen, Commando. Like, they played all their fucking great songs. And yeah, I just have to say, it was just, this is what bands should strive for, is play all the music. You don't have to sell me on anything. I mean, if obviously you have a booth to sell shirts and shit, but the fact that you did it and you didn't try to shove it down my throat, fucking awesome. Like, the performance itself, like, spoke for itself, and that should be motivation enough for me to go buy, their vinyl records or a t-shirt. Like, just the fact that they didn't waste my time, dude. They didn't waste my fucking time by trying to corral us into buying their shit. They played all the music. They were very punctual about their set, showed up on time, and they didn't try to get the crowd rowdy for like an encore or anything like that. They're like, all right, let's do 2 extra songs and let's fucking dip.
That's fucking awesome, man.
Like, it's just very cutthroat. Like, it's just very straightforward about how they approach this performance, and I just loved every second of it, man. Like, this is what I want out of a band, and this is to me one of the exemplary cases of the greater punk bands within Australia. Finally got to see them after 4 fucking years, and it was a real treat to see them. And I mean, I was having doubts about going, But then I'm like, no, I need to fucking go because if they don't come back, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know when they're coming back to the U.S., but they don't seem to make it a point to come out to California. So this is the one time I'm going to get to see them. So I'm very fucking glad that I had the opportunity to do so. So that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, no, it sounds fun. Sounds like it was a good time.
How long was this episode?
20 minutes. So
really?
Fuck, we're good. Yeah, perfect.
Cool.
20 minutes. We
Yeah,
got the whole episode. The whole episode is literally called GT at the Paramount. Like, so we covered it. Like that's it. We did it. We did the dirt. All right.
Yeah, and I will show them the same sign of respect by not extending this episode and just saying these guys are the fucking consummate professionals. They fucking rock. They kick ass, and I'm glad that they were received with a sold out crowd. They got their due, they got their money, they got their bag, and fuck, whenever they head back to Australia, they can hang their heads high because they did their fucking country proud. So fuck yeah, GT was awesome.
True story. And we will not go the same route as them because we will shill our own shit desperately because that's what we need to do. So if you
well,
want,
at least in terms of time, at least being respectul of people's time.
That's true. We do it at the end. We do it at the end when you can just turn it off. You can just delete this episode if you don't want to hear this part. But anyways, if you want to listen to more of our stuff, you can go to YouTube. YouTube, Game Rage Magazine on YouTube. Everything is there. All the content is available. If you like social media, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. You can also follow Adam and this show at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. If you like, oh Jesus Christ!
I thought you were gonna throw up a little bit.
No, I tried to stop it and it my throat closed and it went like. If you like the animes and the mangas from the Japans, you should go listen to the Anime Syndicate podcast, and you can follow Frank over there at anime_syndicate_podcast. And as I said, we're available on YouTube at Game Rage Magazine and anywhere your favorite podcasts are hosted. So, fuck, that's it for us. Fuck, we'll be right back. Catch you on the next one.